Uganda is called the Pearl of Africa because of its green land, green vegetation, natural waters. That's why it's called the Pearl of Africa.
I'm pleased to be in Slovenia. This is my first time here. There are a number of countries that have partnership. For example, like Uganda has a partnership with the European Union, and we even have an ambassador that represents European Union in Uganda. We noticed that many people in Europe know very little about Africa. But again, people in Africa know a lot about Europe. You know, they know a lot about Europe, and this is because of the education system, studying about Europe and so many other countries.
In Uganda, we have only 2 seasons. We have the rainy season, and then we have the hot season, the sunny season. And what I've realized is that you really have to be up to it to be able to stay in a country like Slovenia in this really cold winter.
Maybe something to show that maybe closer to the Slovenia environment is up in the mountains. That's where we have the coldest areas. And actually, I've gone there before, and the way you're dressed here is more or less what it would be like there. But maybe what I can compare it in the layman's language is like if you boil hot water, in a few minutes, by the time you touch the water, it's already cold. Maybe that's my simplest comparison, because I've never really been in any winter place like this. This is my first experience, and I believe it's a happy experience because I've never been stuffed up that I have to put on a cloth and put on another and another on top of the other, but it's a beautiful experience.
In Uganda, it's just sunny, and because of that tropical weather of Uganda, you're able to have fruits all through the year. We have a lot of arable land. We have fresh waters. We have a very big lake called Lake Victoria, where we draw out fresh fish, and it's sold around the world. It's exported around the world. And what we've realized, maybe here in Slovenia, there is less of the fresh fish. Most of the fish is frozen, but our fish is sold on the streets, fresh from the water, from the street, on the streets.
The similarities between Slovenia and Uganda is that the people are very friendly, and some of them speak English. For those who don't speak English, still they try to beckon us to show that they are aware of our presence and they're happy to see us. You have a culture here. We also have a culture. Right now I'm dressed in the Ugandan cultural dress. And for us in Uganda, we have what we call proud to be Ugandan. That's actually our trademark. I've not seen the Slovenian dress attire, but I've seen in some pictures somewhere that you also have your own cultural what. At least we've had an opportunity to eat some Slovenian food.
So Slovenia is up to 2 million people, and Uganda at the moment, with our current statistics, we stand up to 31 million. The capital city of Uganda is called Kampala, and the capital city alone has a population of 3 million people, which is 1 million more than what we have in Slovenia. And because of that, there is a lot of congestion. We have problems with housing, and we also have problems with rural urban migration, because people have to come to Kampala to earn a living, because down there in the rural areas, there is less work that can make people generate income. And we also learned that everybody is entitled to health insurance, which is not the case in Uganda. You can only be working with an organization which is fully funded by partners, and that's when you can really access health insurance. That's the very big problem. We also had an opportunity to visit Novo Mestro, and we visited one of the hospitals. We tried to interview the medical officers there, and we realized that the difference between Uganda and Slovenia is that the doctor to patient ratio is that Uganda, one doctor serves like 10,000 patients. But what we realized here is that one doctor can serve like 100 patients, maybe 100,000 patients in a year. So that is the very big difference we have.
In 2008, European Community co-financed a project called MEDIP, Media Engagement in Development Issues and Promotion. The aim of the project was sensitizing the journalists and the media within the 6 EU member states that were involved about development issues and the MDGs, Millennium Development Goals, and through them to create greater consciousness amongst policymakers and business community as well as the general public. Within this project, Slovene Philanthropy and Studio 12 co-produced a film, Being a Woman in Uganda, dedicated to the third MDG, the empowering women and achieving gender equality. While we were filming in Uganda, we met Immaculate Owacha, a single mom who was already an activist in the Sunny Skies Women's Project. That's an organization engaged in empowering women through teaching them skills. Slovene Philanthropy contacted a Slovenian fair trade shop, Trimuhe, and arranged for the products the women in this community were making to be sold there. The collaboration also produced a new project that furthermore linked Slovenia and Uganda. 3 representatives of the Sunny Skies Women's Project, Immaculate and 2 other women, came to Slovenia to broaden their knowledge in the field of maternal health and to pass it on to the women in their local community. This visit also produced more projects for the future.
We were able to meet the principal of a primary school, and through our discussion, we were able to come up with an agreement that we're going to cooperate. We're going to link this primary school to the primary school back home in the community.
Uganda is a little bit liberal. Like when we are coming to visit Slovenia, we had thorough checks at the airport. We were also told to step aside, and they were really scrutinizing our passports, scrutinizing our visa page to really be sure that we are entitled to what? To visiting the country. But in Uganda, when people come, well, I mean, it's like looking at the passport stamp, get in. People are free to move in anyhow, and that is a very big difference. And somehow, when on our first visit, we really felt that maybe we were not welcome. But later, when we met the people, we realized that they're friendly people.
Yeah. Now it's very modern.
I think another thing where we need to improve, as you know, Africa, our GDP is low. We are developing, and most of the European countries are developed countries. Maybe if they could increase more aid, then definitely we shall be able to have better services, better road network, better health facilities, better education facilities. Well, we are grateful for the cooperation that we have with the Slovene philanthropy through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. However, some of the challenges that we have, of course, the funding is still limited. So if they could increase more of the funding, then we could have more activities. However, also the modality of availing these funds, as you know, we don't have the funds. So at least if they could disperse the money before the activities, maybe about 30 or 40%, at least it would help us to conduct these activities early enough so that we're able to report to Slovene philanthropy early enough so that they're also able to beat the deadline with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Yes, my life has changed a lot from the time you first met me to the present day. Now, first and foremost, I'm the executive director of this organization. I've got support from Slovene philanthropy and the government as well. Today, I'm here in Slovenia, something I wouldn't have done in the past because there would have never been any cause. I was a teacher. Before, I head teacher in a school. But now I resigned that job to be with Sunny Skies Women's Project. I've transformed the women's lives. They are very happy to be with me. Financially, I've been supported by the Slovene philanthropy because I'm given a monthly stipend, which has improved my family. I can take my children to school. I can look after myself, and as you see, I'm a smart lady now. or daily wear, they do it like this. But if it's for functions, then you put it on one side like this or like this. So that this is same.